Good morning, afternoon, evening, whatever time zone you find yourself in. My name is Gluefoot. I woke up late today, so you will excuse any grogginess or crumminess in my voice. I do deeply apologize. This is just bad decorum all around. Yeah. And it would have been alright had I decided not to, like, be on my phone for, like, 5 minutes after I woke up. But no, I am a creature of, habit, and as such, that habit includes, you know, my dopamine fix. Yeah, really no excuse for it, but haven't had, like, coffee or tea or anything, so this is gonna be kinda low energy. I've also been doing, crafter quests, so, you know, we'll, yeah, but leveling up crafters has been an interesting experience. I have 3 more to go. Before I sort of move on to the next step. I guess 4 if I'm counting like a gatherer. Not gonna bother with Fisher because it's not relevant to the guide I'm using to level up the crafters. And gathering jobs can kind of just be done on their own. So, yeah. Anyway. Yeah, that's what I've been up to. It is still very specific. Anyway. Yeah. This is where we're at. When last we left our heroes, we did not actually engage the Omega weapon. We found it, and then we sent it after the primal that Ilberd had summoned on behalf of the Alamegans, named Shinryu. They had a massive battle, and in it, Omega and Shinryu both disappeared. We have yet to find them, but yeah, we're working on it. But right now we are letting Lise take the lead. We also learned that Ida was in fact not Ida, that her name is Lise, that she was impersonating her sister Ida in order to try to live up to and fulfill her legacy. I'm going to turn up the volume on this a little bit. Let's see. There we go. There we go. Okay. Lise is eager to leave Castrum Oriens. As you've probably heard, there are plenty of factions in the Resistance, so I'm taking us to see the one with the most influence. Their headquarters are located in a place called Valgar's Reach, an old temple to the east of here, across the Velodina River. I learned a route that should allow us to avoid Imperial patrols. Stick with me, and we'll be there before you know it. Yeah, I'm very excited to be, finally freeing Alamigo. Yep, that guy's gonna aggro onto us. Oop. There we go. Go with me? Good. From here, we'll head northeast toward the river. The water's not too deep, so we won't have to swim. There's also, like, a bridge. Gazelle Hawk, that's a bug. What? That's a big bug. Earl. You know what this creature called? Earl. Alright. See, we weren't really in the mood for naming. Also need to keep an eye out for ether currents because I still have to do those. You don't see any soldiers? Good. Let's cross. Ah, that was the stream. Okay, so this is the actual river. You're wondering about the tower to the south. Yep, Garlean. Part of Castellum Veladina. It's what the Imperials decided to call the Old Bridge after they fortified it. I call it a great big eyesore. Honestly, you can see that rotten banner from absolutely miles away. Ugh, they never miss a chance to rub our noses in it, do they? Come on, we should keep moving. Let me open a window real quick. Not much better. Oh, it's kind of cloudy out today. In-game and out-of-game, I suppose. Oh. A precipice. Nah. When fate comes a knocking, I ignore. Yeah. Okay, there we go. I can just do that. There we go. Now all my track quests are nice and clean. Apparently I had been over there. I think I went over there to do some gathering. We're here. The other side of this pass is Ralger's Reach. So you say, but all I see are rocks. Presume there's some sort of trick to this? Indeed. Glamour. But I, Ishtola. I take it they have a talented mage in their ranks, or mayhap an artificer trained in the modification of glamour prism. Something like that. The important thing is that it fools the Garleans. Oh, before we go in, I don't know if Jataru told you, but my friend Nago, the messenger who came to the Rising Stones, is a member of this faction. They know us, and they shouldn't attack us on sight. That said, they can be a bit jumpy, so let me lead the way, and, don't go reaching for your weapons or anything. A sprinkle of damasking dust, all is laid bare. Ah, I see. Yeah, surprising that the Guardians haven't tried that.
I remember the old stories, how the breaker of worlds came down from on high and cleft the earth with a single blow. Rhalga's Reach, a holy place and a fitting home for the resistance, for the brave and the true, the loyal sons and daughters of Ala Mhigo. They were waiting for us there, men and women whose souls still cried out for what was lost, for what could be ours again.
But Nago, Mefred, and then Conrad. You'll forgive us our precautions, but be sure who will cross the barrier. We see you now for who you are, though. The Scions of the Seventh Dawn. Happy to be of service. Now, I know you would not have come all this way unless you had something important to discuss, and I'm eager to hear what it is you have to say. But let's not do this on our doorstep, eh? Come with me. Company chest. What's this? Ah, spectacles. Wait. Ooh, I can undertake that as a botanist. Something to look forward to. Okay. Switch sticks. As disciples of the great master Mhigos, we have much knowledge of stony shine. Outlanders love stony shine, yes? We make for you, best price. Sorry, I need to switch back to punk. Excuse me while I do my groceries. So I need to put the Emperor's earring in my glamour dresser. The fact that I haven't is actually causing me a bit of a headache. Because I keep using it, but it is functionally useless. Only have the one earring slot? I do. Okay. This is nice.
Allow me to welcome you once more to Rhalga's Reach, our humble headquarters. My name is Conrad Kemp, and I have the dubious honor of overseeing operations here.
It is a pleasure to meet you, Master Kemp. I am Alphino Leveilleur, of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, as are my comrades. Before I speak of our purpose here, pray allow me to thank you for sheltering Ida, forgive me, Lys, and Papalymo at great risk to yourselves.
No, there's no need for that. They risked their necks for us enough times. 'Twas the least we could do.
I wanted to, I mean, about the mask and...
Ah, don't fret over that. You're not the first person to take up arms against the Empire under a false name. We'd do the same if we had any sense. My condolences for your loss, child.
Papalimo laid down his life to save us, to give us a chance to make a better future for ourselves. There will never be a better time to drive the Garleans from our lands. But we have to take the lead on this. We can't leave it to fanatics like Ilberd.
More than a few of our people were taken in by his promises. Followed him all the way to the wall. Good men and women who never came back. When Monago told us what had happened, how the bastard had made sacrifices of them for his twisted ritual, by Rolger it filled me with an unholy fury. But what's done is done. Best we can do now is see that it wasn't all in vain.
That is why we are here today, sir. To see that some good comes of this tragedy. On behalf of the Eorzean Alliance, we do hereby extend a formal offer of military assistance to the Alamegan resistance.
Do you now? Well, go on then. I'm sure there's more to it than that.
Wait, I want to hear those details. What?
So that's the way of it, eh? The Alliance, hoping to avoid a direct confrontation with the superior forces of the Empire, wishes to engage them by proxy with our vastly inferior ones. My comrades and I must confer on your proposal. A moment, if you please.
Of course, Master Kemp. Take all the time you require.
Go in their Ishgard clothes. In the middle of the desert. I'll at least look comfortable. Now where's my food? Alright, well, we'll be glamoring our stuff soon, seems like. And what is my... I guess it's not unexpected that all of my stuff is going to be outclassed, but... still kind of sucks. This is a good one. But no, I need to upgrade the monk stuff first. Oh, it would seem we find ourselves with a surfeit of free time. Forgive me. You're free to look around Prague's Reach. In fact, I would encourage you to do so. It'll give you a better grasp of our current circumstances. Thank you, Master Kemp. I believe we will do just that. Just make the most of this opportunity and test the Resistance's capabilities. Are you to poke our noses wheresoever we will, eh? I like the sound of that. Oh, I already know this place inside out. I can show you around if you like, Adam. Great. Let's get started. Is Tolkien the reason that British accents got associated with fantasy? Like, I just want to know. This place is pretty cool, though. Imagine we'll see the Aetheryte somewhere. I'll bet you think the Resistance is mostly made up of Alamegan Highlanders like me, but the truth is, we don't even account for half. We've got Hellsguard all the way over by the Spine in here. Plenty of Seekers of the Sun like Nago. There's even some beastmen, well, beast women, I suppose, like that one over there. She's an Anta. They've both been with us for a while now. One of the smaller factions has. The rest won't have anything to do with us. We're no different from the Garleans to them. They keep to themselves, spending all their time crafting. Nanta make the most amazing jewelry, by the way. They use magics to twist metals and crystals into shapes you wouldn't believe. It's a pity people hardly ever get to see their work, but then most don't even know they exist. That's enough about them, anyway. Let's take a closer look at the statue of Ralger, shall we? I need to, I might need to take a 5-minute break pretty early on here. I need to make a phone call. Kind of urgently, so. Yikes. Go, Pete. Do I have the eye open more? Yes, I do. Okay. What traveler? Might I interest you in travel clothing? The first visit. Yeah, Yeah. Oh, excuse me. Okay, yeah, 5-minute break. Be right back. Oh, that's a wonderful view. Selected as the target. How did it get to the Chocobo's butt? Oh, let's try that again. Okay, much better. Apologies for the brief. Yeah, alright, looks like the phone call didn't take too long. Yeah, just car troubles. That's expensive, then. Pretty awe-inspiring, isn't it? Breaker of worlds, who guided our ancestors to these lands all those centuries ago. Ida used to tell me the story on stormy nights. She wanted me to understand, to remember. The end of the 5th astral era, when the waters rose higher and higher, people all across Eorzea beseeched the heavens for a sign. And lo, a burning star appeared in the eastern sky, and led the way to these mountains of Giravanya. They who were saved by his grace pledged to honor and revere him, to devote themselves to great works without and within. Storm of blood approaches fast, hell's open, heavens weep, for no one soul doth lie beyond the measure of his grief. That last part was inscribed on this stone by a monk of the Fist of Rhalgr. Yida explained it to me. The day will come, bringing strife and sorrow that none escape. Waste not these precious hours, but in quiet preparation make strong the body and mind. I don't know if that storm of blood is finally upon us, but if it is, I have to believe that everything we've been through, everything that has led us to this point, will see us through to the end. Sorry, that was a bit melodramatic, wasn't it? Let's keep moving, shall we? Off to the infirmary. Hey, that's the sect of monks I've been learning from. The Fist of Rhalgr. I want to listen to the Rhalgr's Reach music. So what cool abilities am I going to be getting? Ooh, I get the Riddle of Earth, Earth's Reply. I have no idea how I'm going to trigger that, but looking forward to getting it. This is the infirmary, as you can probably tell. Here's where the resistance healers patch up the wounded and tend to the sick. No matter how carefully we planned our operations, casualties were inevitable. It's a sad thing to think about, but it's also important to remember the cost, as Conrad would say. We should go. I'll show you to the Aetheryte Plaza next. It is but a meek glen in which I reside. I'm not gonna make ladies. This is a fairly humble Aetheryte. I forgot to attune the Aetheryte over by the infirmary. I'll go get it later. Seen one Aetheryte, you've seen them all, right? Not quite. This one's an older design, dating back decades, to when the Fist of Rhalgr was still here. It may look a little different, but it works just as well as any other. I'll show you where the Sutlers are next. But don't forget to attune the Aetheryte before we go. Speaking of attuning Aetheryte, curious what that dungeon is. Probably some kind of like training thing, that would be fun. All the Ethernet shards in Rogers Reach. The Fringe's Gate is now accessible as an Ethernet destination. Neat. Destination, but not a departure base. Oh, hey, I can swim. Actually did not know that. Oh, and I have the little wet clothes. Actually pretty, it's good detail. Oh, missed it. Missed it by a country mile. I don't like country mile as like a idiom. Doesn't make sense to me. I was not raised with the knowledge of sort of its origin, and so it's just like it's not intuitive to me how it's like, yes, people out in the country are less likely to measure miles precisely and over exaggerate. I don't know. Arms, armor, potions, you name it, these folks have got it. Resistance would be in a bad way without brave merchants to keep it provisioned. If you're short on anything, or you need something repaired, these are the people to speak to. Oh, Alphino and Alize are here. Why don't we see how they're getting on? Wait, did I pick the right one? Whatever, I can buy it from a vendor. I think I picked the wrong one. Oh, I picked the correct one. Okay. I can just glamour it. Oh. Glamour fly. Take gear. Cool. Kind of aiming. That's pretty cool. Each mask of healing. Mask and hat of aiming. Oh, that's fun. Come to take the measure of our friendly neighborhood merchants. They're a bold lot, that much is plain. If the Imperials found out they were peddling their wares to the Resistance, they would be lucky to escape with their lives. It's a gamble, aye, and I admire their courage, but their motives could hardly be said to be altruistic. Ah, here you are. Been looking for you. We finished discussing our proposal, and we're ready to receive you all back at the tent. I sent someone to fetch Y'shtola and Kryl, so if you'd like to follow me. I do think it was funny how Lise was like, let's see how they're getting on, and it's like, I am right here.
Thank you all for waiting. We have reached a consensus. I, Conrad Kemp, do hereby accept the Eorzean Alliance's proposal. You must understand, however, that our cooperation comes with certain caveats.
Those caveats being...
I take no joy in this, just so you know. Were it within my power, I'd offer you more assistance. But the Resistance is far more fragmented than you realize. The men and women in my care belong to but one of many factions. Simply put, I can only speak for the people of Rogers Reach. Now, I have every intention of appealing to the others, and I expect many will agree. But it will take time, and I cannot guarantee universal support.
Understood. I shall see that the Alliance is under no misapprehensions as to your position.
Much obliged. But that's not the whole of it. As you can imagine, the loss of those who cast their lot with the Griffin left us short on numbers. Some of our most trusted veterans died at the wall, and we've had to fill their posts with the young and inexperienced. Frankly, everything's in a right bloody mess.
You want us to train them?
Oh, we'd be more than happy to help you get back on your feet. If we're going to work together, we'll be doing ourselves a favor.
Well, there's no shortage of work to be done, that's for sure. We're in dire need of new blood, too.
Ishtola and I could lend a hand in the infirmary. From what I saw, they could do with a few more healers.
Very well. I, for my part, shall return to the Rising Stones. I'm certain there are others among the Scions who would welcome the opportunity to fight for Alamegan liberation.
Yeah. Ori Boulder, I bet. I mean, dude just seems to like to fight.
Is there anything else we can do to help?
I had something else in mind for you lot. Mhigos and Mefred will tell you more.
Understood. We won't let you down.
Right then, Mhigos and Mefred are to be our keepers. Knowing not of what they require, one task is as good as the other. Make your choice, Arden. Probably gonna end up selling this anyway. Your ether compass may now be used to locate ether currents in new regions. The ether compass can be found under collection in the... Yeah, I have it on the hotbar. Let's help Mhigos first. Yeah. Before she tells you of her mission, Mhigos has a few things she would like to say. Before we begin, I'd like to thank you and the Scions for patching me up after I bled all over your floor. I owe you my life, and I won't forget that. Furthermore, it was rude of me to run off without saying a word. It's all well and good me claiming my duties here couldn't wait, but a parting thank you was the very least you deserved. My apologies. It's no big deal. And thank you. Now, to business. Commander Kempson trusted me with a formal reply to be hand-delivered to the Alliance leadership. It covers everything we discussed, as well as detailing the disposition of our forces. What I need is an escort. 1 or 2 men at most, so we can make it to the wall swiftly and without attracting undue attention. Very well. I shall join you in this. General Alden commands the forces at Castrum Oriens. It would be simple enough to see it in his hands. Right? That's just what I wanted to hear. When you're ready to depart, meet me at the pass leading out of the Reach. I've heard the name Mefred before. At the risk of repeating myself, it's still hard for me to believe that we meet again here, of all places. Though I reckon you probably don't remember me after all this time, huh? No, sorry. No, 'twas a lifetime ago. There's no need to apologize. I met at Quarry Mill. But know that down in Quarry Mill, we didn't forget about you, nor the lives you saved. As for me... Oh, are you Ilbert's brother? Oh. Oh, no. As for me, I went to Little Alamigo while Galleon was recovering. Gundabald was my former commander and an old friend, and, yeah, you were the guy to whom we delivered the medicine. I had a lot on my mind. In the end, I decided to disband our unit. I told the men to live their lives as they saw fit. Some chose to remain in Little Ala Mhigo, and others went to Ul'dah for work. But, as you can see, I chose to come back to Yerbanya, join Conrad and the others. I've kept busy since then, ferrying people and provisions across the border and back. It's not been easy, but it's been fulfilling. Today, however, we'll be heading east into the peaks. Conrad thinks we might have luck finding new recruits in the village of Alagana.
Alagana? If you're going there, you're taking me with you.
Ah, that's right. You're from Alagana, aren't you, Lise? By all means, we'd welcome the company. There'll be more to it than just asking around, but we can talk about it on the way. Make your preparations and meet me by the tunnels of the peaks. Oh. Okay, I guess we are running there manually. Let's look at abilities again. I always like that. It's like looking through a Lego catalog as a kid. Okay, it really does just look like we get the Riddle of Earth, Earth's Reply, Riddle of Fire. We already have Forbidden Meditation. Enlightenment doesn't happen until 74. Huh. Nope, don't get those upgrades until 92. Six-sided star. Oh, that's an OGCD. The recast timer for this action will be applied to all other weapon skills and magic actions. Wait, what's the point of it then? Huh? Is it just as like a finisher? I mean, it's a very high potency move that's, you know, with 5 chakra open, that's 1110 potency. 1110, as in. I'll have to look up what the point of that is. Allow the opening of up to 10 chakra. Okay. 20% chance you open a chakra when you and a party member successfully land a weapon skill or cast a spell. Okay, so that's the 2-minute burst ability. Traits. Yeah, don't get the next level of Grease Lightning until... Sorry, Meditation? Yeah, 74. Oh, okay. Oh, so I do get it. Before Six-Sided Star. Okay, yeah, I'm confused. Monk is confusing me right now. Not gonna think about it too much. Got everything you need? Good. Then let us be off. I'm gonna turn off mount music, actually. I know I can do that. Okay, because I want to listen to the music of the new areas, and that's kind of hard to do with the Chocobo theme playing over that. Glad I figured out that was a setting. Right. With that was a ceruleum engine backfiring. Imperials. Hey, gods, you have preternatural senses. I didn't hear a thing. Grew up hunting in these lands, you learn to discern the sounds that could mean life and death, be they of a predator or a patrol. From what I'm hearing, we have a 7-man patrol, augmented with a single Magitech armor. Wide search pattern, divided in 3 teams. I don't think they know we're here. It's risky, but we should split up and try to take them all by surprise at the same time. We don't want them calling reinforcements. 3 teams, 3 of us. Looking for it then? Where are they? Head north. Should see them long before they say you. I'll deal with the ones to the south. The armor should be just to the west. Auden's best equipped to deal with that. We attack in 5. That should be enough time to get in position. Rendezvous on the east bank after. Any questions? No? Then good luck. Oh, okay. You're still here. Oh, I actually just messed up my rotation there. Wait, hold on. That's a little dodo bird. Oh, well, that figures. Yes, yes, spinner, spinner. Looks like everything went to plan. Not that I'm surprised. The 3 soldiers I faced didn't put up much of a fight. Most of the Imperials we get out of here are conscripts from other provinces with little training and even less conviction. Grim work killing men and women like that, but don't doubt that they'd do the same to you if the roles were reversed. And don't you dare pity a man in armor. Conscript or no, a soldier piloting one of those can kill a dozen good men in the blink of an eye. Not that I need to tell you that, after what happened at the wall. That armor does look good. I might have to get a set of that just to glamour on Dark Knight. Well, this would make a good... dancer outfit, honestly, but too bad that isn't the dancer outfit. Right. I believe we rested long enough. We should resume our journey before someone notices they're missing control. Would we not have just gone around them? On the one hand, I get it, but... Head to the southwest, but I don't see... We'll switch back here. Let's see where it was. Anyway. Yeah. 261 yalms to the southwest. Be about here. Wasn't sure if it would give me a zone or not. Oh, that's level 70. Why is that there? Why is that there? Alright, fortunately my equipment durability didn't take much of a hit, but jeez, man. Right. Just go to Castromorians. Why the hell is that guy there? Literally just walks up and smacks me once. Well, anyway, we're clear. Only Alliance patrols ahead. Yeah, and fucking Earl. You said the forces at Castromorians were under the command of the Flame General Robon Al-Din, did you not? My Rhalgr, the Bull of Ala Mhigo himself. Never dreamed I'd have a chance to meet the legend. Never meet your heroes. But, more power to you, I guess.
It is good to see you again, my friends. I hope you are here to tell me you have made contact with the Resistance.
We are, General.
Allow me to introduce Mhigos of Rhalgr's Reach.
At your service, sir. And may I say what an absolute honor it is to stand before the Bull of Ala Mhigo.
These are not the Blood Sands, girl. You and I are but soldiers on a battlefield fighting for the same cause.
As you say, General. On behalf of Commander Kemp of the Ala Mhigan Resistance, I present to you our formal response.
Good. I'm glad we've reached an accord. Though I was not aware you had suffered such losses.
Some of our finest took part in the Griffin's doomed assault, and we've been struggling to find new recruits ever since. The massacres cast a pall over the whole resistance, and many who might once have been open to joining us have since thought better of it.
After all of the Griffin's false promises, one can hardly blame them. They have no desire to give their lives for a lost cause.
We will not lie to them. This is war, and lives will be lost. Yet what we offer is not the fever dream of a madman, but true hope.
The people need proof of this, Father. Let us show it to them. I say we stand shoulder to shoulder with our new allies and engage the Garleans in open warfare. The Resistance must demonstrate that they can hold their own against Imperial regulars. And with our assistance, I am confident they can do just that. If we can achieve even a token victory, I believe it will serve to rekindle the hope of the Alamegan people and inspire them to rise up once more.
Aye. Once word spread that we'd won a battle against the Garleans, I'd wager we'd have new recruits flocking to us from malms around. The question is, when and where do we strike?
I'm glad you asked. I have a plan.
Dear Alalafel, who has a knowing grin, I've come to learn. My scouts recently informed me of an interesting development at Castel and Belladina, namely the arrival of a shipment rumored to have some of the research and development facilities near the capital. Have come from the research and development cities near the capital, containing prototype Magitech armor. Our assessment that this armor is to be field tested here, most likely against Alliance forces. May happen before the day is out. And it's all more Magitech weapons? It's the last thing we need. The concern is not unwarranted, but we need to spare just. Shipment is thought to have contained a single heavy unit and 1 or 2 support units. Well laid ambush, we are confident we can destroy them all, hindering the development and delaying future development. Excuse me. Yawn. And should we carry this out with a joint endeavor with the Resistance, they will have their rallying cry. It would mean dropping all pretense about the Alliance not wanting to go to war with the Empire, but we'd have a lot more folk willing to stand up and fight if they knew they weren't alone. We were going to have to do it eventually anyway. Exactly. What I propose is simple. We harry their patrols and bait them into bringing their prototype weapons to East End, where our Resistance allies will take them from behind. Simple indeed, and well within our capabilities. I see no reason to delay, especially if a field test is imminent. What say you? Assuming the Vice Marshal's intelligence is accurate, I agree with his assessment and fully support this plan. I shall notify my comrades at once. Understood. I shall have one of my men bring you the details of the plan and on. Yeah, that feels weird to me, that they're just abandoning the pretense. Like that quickly. And we, for our part, will be fighting with the Alliance, yes? I somehow doubt you were intending to sit this one out. It doesn't really matter what I buy anyway. That looks pretty good. I might just take the materia to sell, though. Oh no, the weapons sell for more. Okay. I'm careful to avoid needless shows of force on this side of the wall, but that's all about to change. When it does, you may be sure they'll send their new toys out to entertain us. I would ask you to participate in this operation, but from that look I see, it is a foregone conclusion. My thanks. Per Pippin's plan, we need to turn to East End into an Imperial graveyard. You're a dab hand at this, and I'd be a fool not to use you. Head to this spot on your map. Right here, aye. The patrol should be along shortly. You with them, then rendezvous with the rest of us at this location. Go well, Aden. Curious what this quest unlocks. Jeez, so many yawns today. Ah, an ether current. Yeah, fine. Lieutenant Fote. Just the man I wanted to see. We've misplaced a number of Garlean drones taken from Belsar's wall. And by misplaced, I mean the damn thing sprang to life and stormed out of the base. They need to be dealt with before any civilians come to harm. Being familiar with Magitech as you are, I can think of no one better to assist us. If you would be willing to help, go and speak with Lieutenant Gnibinfa? Ugh. Gnibinfa. She is overseeing the initiative to terminate the drones. Lieutenant Vode, your assistance is greatly appreciated. Drones were not in our possession for very long, but a cursory inspection showed they are made with the heretofore unknown metal alloy. They're all but impervious to traditional firearms, which is why we commissioned Garland Ironworks to fashion a weapon capable of penetrating their armor. It has since been fitted to a suit of Magitech armor, which I would ask you to pilot. If I'm not mistaken, this would not be the first time you've piloted one of these suits. It should take you no time, then, to familiarize yourself with the controls. Now, the drones were last sighted due east of here, and to the north along the Veladina River. I fear recapturing them is out of the question, so do whatever you deem necessary to stop them. And of course, it can't fly because this quest helps me unlock the ether current. Okay. That was easy enough. Absolutely riveting content here right now. Whatever though. I don't mind the, like little mini game of this. It appears that we are getting immediately knee deep in the politics of Ala resistance, so I kind of need a palate cleanser every now and again. Even though I like political storytelling, it can be a bit cumbersome. done. I can dismount, continue on my way. Oh no, Meffred was impersonating... Not Meffred, but Meffred's brother wasn't, it's like taking Ilbert's place as the Griffin. I guess I should switch those around? No, I like it like this. Rendezvous with Robon. Also, Earl isn't there. That would suck. Earl is there. Earl. Excellent music as always. Ah, an ether current. Travel, ether currents. Let's do afford to find on foot. Nice. All went to plan then? Good. Our scouts report that a unit escorting the prototype weapons is less Stellan Veladina. Resistance is already in position, but we have but to wait for our guests to arrive. Oh, this guy again.
Things looked grim for us after Cartenow, didn't they? Oh, how they doubted us. Yet here we are, right as rain, with fancy new toys to put through their paces. It's like all my name days have come at once!
Is that just your catchphrase?
Well, 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 if it isn't Garland's little troublemaker. I can't wait to see the look on Xenos' face when I bring him your head.
You can most certainly try.
That is, if my secret weapons here don't grind it into mush. Attack!
only thinking Harvard presidents to get what did you do?
Get after them, damn you!
Presuming my combos in the wrong places. These guys have a lot of health. This is gonna take a while. I really gotta figure out how to deal with these guys quickly. Just that I'm like actually underpowered. So we should focus on the prototype based on that dialogue we're on.
You'll be weeping blood!
Oh, what the? How are the allies doing? Allies are doing pretty well. Okay, better. This can't be happening. Not again. You fights and runs. What the? Who in the hell's are you lot? Alright, the point was to beat them. We're all amigo. Let none escape. Okay. That was a bit hectic. But we made it. Alright.
Oh! Damn it all! Miracles of Magitech design, my arse! I've passed harder stools than these piles of scrap.
Do you mind?
You'll pay for this. Mark my words, the next time we meet will be the last.
Careful what you wish for.
Aye! Run and tell your Viceroy! The day belongs to Ala Mhigo! Yeah!
That was satisfying. Well done, all of you. Call this operation a resounding success. Can't say I'm surprised. The Bull of Ala Mhigo had an impressive military record before he went west, as I recall. Credit where it's due, Master. It was Marshal Towerpan who made this plan, and all of you, Resistance and Alliance alike, carried it out to perfection. Aye, that they did. Not a single casualty, for which I'm grateful beyond words. I've no doubt our comrades back at the Reach will feel the same. As will ours. It's been a pleasure, General. Till the next battle. And I'll go. I leave the Scions in your care. We shall return to the castrum then. Adin, Mistress Leveilleur, once more you have my thanks. As Master Kemp said, until the next battle. I'd heard the stories, but to actually see you in action? I almost found myself pitying the Imperials. Seriously though, it was inspirational. Ah, but you must be tired of hearing that, huh? I'll keep it simple then. Thanks for the help out there. Very simple weapon. Well, there's no reason to remain here any longer. Let's go back to the Reach. So you can only have 3 favored destinations. I see, I see. The only reason I haven't switched to an hour is because their run is like more ridiculous than this. Like a Crash Bandicoot type run. You didn't have to take part in the operation, but you did. You went above and beyond what was asked of you without hesitation, and for that we owe you a debt. Our victory may not count for much in practical terms, but its symbolic value can't be overstated. Alliance and Resistance fighters came together to face an Imperial unit equipped with Garlemald's newest weapons, and smashed them. The people will remember this day. Aye, they will, for it marks the beginning of something far greater than any single victory. beginning of a campaign by a united Eorzea to drive the Garleans from our lands. Promises and platitudes mean naught without action. The Alliance took the field and risked their lives for our cause. To think that the last time Gridanian troops trod this soil was more than a century ago, during the Autumn War. And that was to defend against our invasion. Ours is a long and bloody history, to be sure, and it gives me heart to see that despite our acrimonious past, we can still come together for the sake of the... Well said, Commander. Which is why I intend to go from village to village and spread the word of our victory and our new alliance. People will flock to our banners. Just you wait and see. Aden, Alize, I cannot thank you enough for your assistance. Get any roll actions? No, I have all my roll actions. Isaac. I get a whole lot of nothing at level 62. That's actually kind of refreshing. You're getting something like every 2 levels for a long time. Yeah, that's if you... This one's like if you mess up. We'll have to look up where to get those dyes. I also need to find an inn nearby. This tunnel will take us all the way to the peaks. We're on a mission for Conrad to Alagana. Through the barricade, if you would. Aye, sir. Shouldn't take more than a moment. There are more villages there. There are more villages there than out here, but also more Imperials keeping a close eye on things. We'll need to tread carefully.
I remember the peaks of Girabania, silent watchmen that would stand long after we were gone. We came seeking allies to join us in the fight against the Empire. People who had had enough. People who had suffered every possible indignity. Who had been treated like animals, day after day after day.
Remember. Glamour in place here too, as you may have noticed. As far as the Imperials are concerned, this is not more than a testament to the savage impulses of a lesser race. Remember though, once we leave these ruins, we'll have no glamours to conceal us. The village is to the east. Keep watch for patrols as we move. Alagana and Alagiri. Because this is a pretty big area. Let's look at that tower in the southeast. How long did it take them to build it? Oh, over there? Yeah, a few years, probably. Nary an Imperial in sight. That's a mercy. Lagana's due east, past that bridge. Follow me. Not that much further. Hey, you'll cope, my guy. The larger Alamican resistance awaits. What level? Okay, this is still level 60. Level 60 will probably introduce us to all the new areas, and then we'll, you know, go about getting the actual, like, leveling parts of the quests. You can rest easy. We made it. This is Alagana. Feels strange coming home like this. I always imagined it would be... Oh, sorry. That has nothing to do with why we're here. We need recruits. We do, but as I said back at the Reach, it's a little more complicated than just asking for volunteers these days. As you know, we're short-handed because many of our people were taken in by the Griffin's promises and went to the wall, never to return. It wasn't just them, though. Folks from all over, including some of my former comrades, answered his call to arms. As for why we came to this particular village, it's rumored that Alagana lost a few youths as well. If there's truth to that, then there could be others sympathetic to the cause. And again, after the Griffin's betrayal, they may be suspicious of outsiders claiming allegiance to the Resistance. And rightfully so. So, with all that in mind, how are we supposed to convince them to join? I mean, I knew it wouldn't be as simple as giving a speech in the village square. Not if you didn't want the place to be burned to the ground, no. You might as well piss in the Viceroy's eye. You need to be a good deal more circumspect than that. You never know when an Imperial spy is listening. You must speak with the Elder first. I know for a fact that he can be trusted. We'll listen to what he has to say, and decide what to do after. Sounds like a plan. I hope there are still some brave men and women here willing to fight. Oh, wow. Oh, excuse me. Ragnfrid, the village elder, is over by the shore. No time like the present. Let's have a word. Alright, first I have to run the village errands. Answer helm. Oh, cool, there's like houses and stuff like that. In the cliffs. Dust storms. Don't know you, traveler. New merchant. You'll not find much custom here. Greetings and well met, Elder. And sincerest apologies that I did not send word ahead of our arrival. Too long have I been away from Alagana, and I would know of your recent troubles. Ah, you are comrades of Mefrid. I see. Speak on, though. I suspect I know your purpose. Griffin came with many men and left with many more. Such is the rumor. Is that true? Lit a fire in their hearts and then dangled a dream before their tired eyes. And now you come to steal away what few remain. Griffin was a traitor and a madman. We had no part in his schemes. We've made an agreement with the Alliance. This time it will be different. This time, hold comfort to the dead and the ones they left behind. How much more must we give before you've had your fill? But surely you hate the Empire as much as we do. They took our lands, our traditions, even our god. And they demand a fifth of what little we've got left. I hate the bastards. Every fiber of my being. But hate's not enough, Mefrid. We can't keep doing this. I'll not tell anyone you came, but you need to go. Now. Leave us be, and never return.
You've no right to speak to us like that.
I've got a quarry that was producing barely enough to keep us fed, and that was before half our young men and women went off to die for your bloody cause. So yes, I've got every right to tell you to leave my village.
No, you don't. Because it's my village too. My home.
What in the hells are you on about? Wait. I know those eyes. You're one of Curtis's girls.
Lise Hex. And I'm here to take back my homeland.
Why, Ralger, the last time I saw you, I didn't even know if you were still alive. I never thought you would come.
I almost didn't. My sister never will. Lots of others won't either. And that's why we've got to carry on the fight.
You even sound like him. As you say, I've got no right to tell you to leave. Alagana is as much your home as it is mine. But I say to you again, we can give no more.
Yes, I heard you the first time. Let's go.
That could have been handled better, but it's done. At least we've been granted permission to stay. I was hoping Ragnfrid might help us to recruit some of his people, but that clearly isn't going to happen. For to convince any of them to join, we'll first need to regain their trust. It's risky, and it's hardly subtle, but I say if we approach the villagers directly, see what problems they've got, and if we can do anything to help.
Makes sense to me. Let's split up and ask around.
Ah, this branching path has branched into more paths. You'd best keep your distance if you know what's good for you. Say your piece and move on. Oh, it's a woman.
Looking for folks down on their luck? Congratulations, you found one. You can see my leg ain't what it used to be. Some days I can hardly walk for the pain. Mornings are the worst, especially after cold nights. Hard labor's right out. Too much pain and trouble for others. There's a tea that helps with it, though. Need to grind a chipuli horn and a hornbill talon for the blend.
Excuse me.
Yeah? You'll go and get some for me, just like that. You needn't trouble yourself so.
Hopefully that's not your real name. New face in Alagana. Huh. What would you ask of me, then?
Wearing denim and chaps.
It's stranger in a generous soul besides? Bollocks. He's not more suspicious than a good Samaritan. On the other hand, if you were an Imperial agent, I'd expect you'd go about your business with more discretion. Fucker me, you really are here to help, aren't you? Very well, I'll take you up on your offer, stranger. My little brother's working at By the Rocks, by Grim and Enid. Got something for me. Can you go and get it? Right then. Brighton Curl is his name. Ask him for the leftovers. He ought to understand. Literally doing food errands. Oh, excuse me. Yawning so much today. My god. Oh, the rotation's getting messed up because I'm not starting with Formless Fit. So weird. Well, anyway. There's another subtlety of Monk. Das Brut. Oh, did I not attune to the ether right there? Whoops. No, I did. Okay. I guess it just wouldn't let me because I was in combat. Maybe the case. Is this another level 70 boss that's gonna kill me? Yeah, Buckaboo. Okay, well, I'm not going near that thing. Okay. Death by 1,000 rock. Here for the leftovers, are you? Not like my brother to send someone in his stead, but so be it. All in the sacks over yonder. They're bleeding heavy mines, so be careful when you pick them up. Unconscionably heavy sack. Ah, the new face. You have my leftovers?
Huh, well, I'll be. He actually went and brought the whole lot. Much obliged, much obliged. It's saltpeter, making fire sand in case you're curious what it's all for. The rocks by the lakes have got good deposit. It ain't hard for my brother to pass for any other plotting quarryman, all the while sweeping bits and pieces off to the side to bundle up and sell to the settlers what trade with the resistance. It's a living, and a way of fighting back besides. Our way of spitting in the Garlean's eye for putting our father in an imperial uniform and shipping him off to some faraway province 15 years ago. I don't know if he's dead or alive, even. Though, if he were alive, he'd not be long for this world if we were caught fighting for the resistance, so this is the best we can do. That's the long and short of it. We do what we can, though we know it's not enough. I think you'll find most folks here ain't much different. Everybody's got a reason, but in the end, the result is the same. I suppose I just wanted you to know, is all. That we know why you're here, and that even if we can't join you, we wish we could. You've been gone a while? What brings you back to Alagana? Oh, I never meant to... I mean, in times like these, you never think people will actually... This country's hard on people. But it's not just that. The Imperials, they've made it known I'm not to be helped. Dead man's good for one lesson, you know, whereas a live one... You're with the Resistance, right? I suppose there's no reason not to tell you, then. My father's, God's rest his soul, was deathly sick at the time, so I'd gone out into the forest, spear in hand, to gather herbs. And then I had the good fortune to run into an Imperial patrol. My weapon marked me as a rebel, or so they said. Not that it'd have made a difference if I'd fought back. I knew what the lot of them were about the moment that Kenturian laid eyes on me. Didn't matter in the end, of course. Some people just like to hurt others. By the time I limped back to the hut, it was too late for my father. Too late for me too, I, and many others, I imagine. Help them too if you like, they'd be grateful and say thank you. But beyond that, I wouldn't hope for much. Ah, there you are, Auden. I've been trying to help the villagers deal with this food shortage of theirs. Recently, the Imperials have been swooping into villages unannounced and seizing supplies in order to prevent people from stockpiling, in case they might be in league with the Resistance. It's not much, but I've taught them a few tricks to better hide what little they've got left. How's Lise getting on, by the way? You'd think people would be more inclined to trust a local girl, assuming they remember her, that is. We'll see. No, I didn't mean to... Where were you these past 20 years? Where were you when we were being ground under the Black Wolf's boot? On the other side of his bastard wall, living the high life, I'll wager. That's not fair. He was helping to fight them, actually. Oh, and who's this? Another one of you freedom-loving friends deigning to help us poor, unfortunate souls. Trying to whip us into a frenzy so we'll go and storm a castrum with our pickaxes and shovels? Leave, all of you, or you bring a cohort down on us all. You, don't you dare speak like you're one of us. You can't even begin to understand what we've been through. You weren't here, Lise. You weren't here. This is my home. I love it with all my heart. And if you truly have any love for it too, you'll keep it out of your doomed rebellion. He has a point. No matter what I say or do doesn't change the fact I left them behind. This isn't about me or anyone else. It's about Ala Mhigo. Let's go and find Mefrid.
Let's see. Okay, cool. So we have a few more quests in this chain. Looks like the Elder wasn't the only one unwilling to hear us out. Can't blame them, given what happened at the wall. I thought I might be able to appeal to them as a fellow. I don't know. But if anything, it just made them angrier. I haven't lived through it like they have. I can't claim to know the struggle like they do either, Lise. I ran too, but if I hadn't, I'd never have met Ada nor the rest of you. And we might not be here today, in a position to make a difference. But I don't regret my choices, nor will I apologize for them. There's more than one way to fight. Help, someone, anyone. We need help. I don't like the sound of that one bit. Come on. Where Krata, he... the Tributamen... Oh, and the bloody Ratmen, they... Oh, damn it all. You there. Take a deep breath. Tell us what happened. All business as usual. The Tributame's due soon, and we were taking it to the Imperials when the Chichirin attacked. It took my brother and our money. Took him where? Ruins to the south of here. It was just an old temple before they came, and... Listen, Krata's the only family I got left. If I lose him, Ziggurat. Ratman took him there. He's good as dead. Got to get after them. There's even a chance her brother is still alive. We have to try. Oh yeah, regretting those words now, aren't you? You're right, Lise. Got to help them, if not for the missing men, then for the Tributum. Garleans won't suffer excuses if they're late. Where Krata's being held somewhere at the Ziggurat to the south, has been taken over by a host of Chichirin bandits. Well, that about covers it then. Be prepared for a fight. They may not be the most challenging foes, but there's sure to be a lot of them. Okay, no dungeons anytime soon, which I guess is fortunate. Oh, that's kind of cute. Byron's bread. Nice little outcropping. Sort of rest area. modest mouse. Heh. I get it. Blood glider. Hopefully that won't one-shot me. Hurl. It'll give me a heart attack. Please, let me go. Let me go. I'm begging of you. I don't want to die. Oh. Dude, that thing came from on top of the ziggurat. Who dares come to loot our man-flesh? Ours to eat, ours to eat. Oh, we knew it had come to this. Kill them quick, before they alert the others. I like how it's just literally a laser beam that I shoot into the ground. Oh yes, I opened enough solar or dark side chakra. Now here's a freaking laser that I shoot from my fist. I can't see. That guy just moved on his box? Whatever. Different strokes, I suppose. Hey, Rhalgr, what did I ever do to deserve this? I'm skin and bones. I hardly make a snack, much less a meal. Oh, you found him. Wait, are you here to rescue me? Your sister sent us. Going to be all right. My sister? Oh, Rhalgr be praised she's safe. And you lot fought your way here just for me. I think there are still good, brave folk in this world. We should go before the Chechen return in force. You still have the Tributum. Oh gods, the Tributum! Well, the Imperials will be wondering where I am. I have to go. What? Right now? In your condition? You don't understand. We were given a warning last month for being short. If I don't make it in time, there's no telling what will happen to me and my sister.
I'm glad we saved him, but seeing him run off like that, well, I've got a bad feeling about this. Listen, Aden, Mefrid, I think we need to go after Werkrata. Wait, you would better not be thinking of stopping him. You heard what he said. They don't pay one way, they'll pay another. I know that, I do, and I don't want to interfere, I just want to see that he makes it there safely. If that's the sum of it, then fine. Let's head down and see if we can't pick up his trail. Oh, hey, easy friend. Glad I picked that up. It would have been a bit annoying to get to. Okay. On closer inspection, find nothing of interest. Chocobo feather is promising. In the dirt, you spy a chocobo feather. Any luck? Chocobo feather, is it? Aye, by my reckoning, it came from Werkrata's bird. In which case... There's a collapsed bridge just around the bend. Hug the rocks and stick to the shadows. We'll find him soon enough. Posture check. Any minute now, I expect he'll come thundering around the bend and... Ah, hear that? Get to cover quickly now.
Are they Imperials?
Worse. Skulls. Listen, Lise. Whatever happens, stay hidden and do not intervene. Understood?
What?
You there! Halt! You know you shouldn't be here. Explain yourself.
Forgive me, sir. I came to deliver the tributum.
Oh, aye. A likely story. Only a fool would dare to come so late. Or, mayhap, a resistance spy.
No, you've got it all wrong. I was waylaid by bandits. It's not my fault.
I said halt!
Is this a joke? You don't seriously expect us to believe this is a fifth? How stupid do you think we are?
You do believe it.
It is, I swear, on my mother's life.
Spare us. You came late, you lied about bandits, and then you tried to cheat the Empire of its due.
Think you can kill them all? Including the ones watching from the tower? Even if you did, others would come for him and his family. You'd be condemning them all to a life of hard labor. Assuming they didn't just execute them, that is.
But it isn't fair.
Yeah, none of this is, man. Okay, we gotta help him, though.
It's your bloody fault we're stuck out here patrolling this godforsaken wasteland. It's your fault I have to listen to people go on and on about how Ala Mhigos can't be trusted. I've worked and toiled harder than any man. I'm a citizen, goddammit. And what are you? A stupid, stubborn little dog who'd sooner bite the hand that feeds him and pine for the good old days.
Oh, yikes.
That's enough! Lord Xenos is expecting our report.
I bet the poor bastard can't believe his luck. He gets to go home. We should do the same.
The chocobo is moonwalking. So they're a faction of loyalist Ala Mhigos. Right. Probably not the time. Heard their commander was keen-eyed, but gods, that was near a thing. Tears me up inside to see our own kinsmen doing the bidding of the Viceroy. They made their choice, and if it comes to it, I'll cut down every last one of them myself. Ooh, an astrologian's arm. Oh, you look pretty good. Oh, but Crotta's alive. Arbutum's been paid. That's all that matters for now. I, for one, would rather not wait to see around if the skulls decide to return. We'd best get back to Alagana and tell Ragnfrid, his man, got the job done. Okay. Yeah, that more than pays for the transport fees.
We owe you a debt of gratitude for what you did. For Crota told me everything. How you fought with the Chichun and saved his life. For all the good it did. We saw what happened when he met with the Skulls. How they beat him half to death. We could have stopped them. I reckon you could. Efford's a warrior, as is your comrade. And you're strong, like your father. That much is plain. But I think Ralgur you did not, because it would not have ended with them. Crota and his sister would have been branded insurgents. Not the whole lot of us. Bones heal. Scars fade, but the dead remain dead. We're alive, and that's more that can be said for only the gods know how many others. It's enough for you, is it? To put up with whatever they do to you so long as you get to see another day? That's right. You grit your teeth and learn to live with the pain. I'll admit I was quick to judge you, please. And for that I apologize. I know you and yours mean well. I do. I'm telling you, God's in the heavens as my witness. We've got nothing left to give. Can't help you. I understand. Thank you for your honesty. You may say it, but she doesn't mean it. Nor would I expect her to. Her father was stubborn as an ox, too. If she's set on walking the same path, I but pray she won't follow it to the same end. Well, she took it better than I anticipated. Which isn't saying much, I suppose. We should go and see if she's alright. Indeed we should. I need to get a bit better at, like... not delaying, but, like chatting before a stream starts, because that'll be super useful for like in between when Q pops. It'll also just be nice to be able to do just chatting streams. Oh, there she is. Oh, there's our stray. Mayhap you should take the lead in this, Auden. Already about running off like that. All the Mhigans terrorizing their own. They can't accept it, you know? No matter what he thinks, they shouldn't have put up with it. Have to put up with it. Day after day after day. I'm not completely naive, you know? I didn't expect them to storm a castrum with their pickaxes and shovels, or whatever it was. But nor did I expect Crota to just lie there in the dirt while they kicked him. I can't claim to know their pain. I barely remember this place or my father's face. But I remember Ida's. I remember how scared she was when we ran. That look in her eyes when she talked about home. Her home. Not mine, is it? There you are, Lise. Been looking all over for you. Well, you found me. Got something else to say? Aye, that I do. I said some things before that I shouldn't have. But my place to do so, and I'm sorry. All that rubbish I spouted about how I love my village, but when one of ours was in need, I was cowering here with all the others. I didn't even think to go after Crota. But you did. Made me feel like the bloody hypocrite I am. If I truly cared for my people, I'd fight for them. So I will. If you'll have me. He's strong-willed. And that's good. You're asking to join the Resistance? When you put it like that, well, I suppose I am. But not just me.
There are others I know who've been thinking about it for a while now. Not many of us, and we're not hardened warriors like you lot, but your heart bleeds for Ala Mhigo, and that's good enough for me. You and yours are more than welcome at Rhalgr's Reach. Thank you, sir. You won't regret this. I'll go and speak with the others and send word when you're ready. Or when they're ready. When we're ready. Eh? You'll think this isn't your home? No, I was just thinking out loud. And with that, my friends, our mission is concluded. Let us return to the Reach. Getting loose hairs. Just shed a lot. Stray dog. How much I'm shedding. First of all, allow me to commend you both on a job well done. Though nothing went according to plan, we nevertheless managed to attract some new recruits. It was your passion and conviction that moved them to join. Thank you. No, thank you for giving me an opportunity to find out what our people have been through these past 20 years. It's been humbling. And troubling, too. I'd heard about the skulls, but that was the first time I'd seen them in the flesh. I know you say they're the same as any other Imperial soldiers, and maybe that's how I'll have to think of them myself if our paths ever cross on the battlefield, but when, not if. That day will come, Lise. You can't afford to hesitate when it does. Young, old, conscript, citizen, Garlean, Ala Mhigan, none of that matters. They've all got their reasons, but they're no better than yours. Especially when they're bearing down on you, blade in hand. Saying that, I don't want to kill them any more than you do. If I could convince them to lay down their arms, I would. Sadly, I've never been much of a talker myself, but who knows, maybe you could be the one, Lise. Your father certainly was. Right then, I'd best begin preparing these new ones. Auden, Lise, it's been a pleasure. It's pretty neat. That's not helpful. We'll do the red mage one for passion purposes. Hold on. What are my accessories? 240? Yeah, I can trade those in for company steals, so. The Lookman Nemesis. Who is it? I can't quite see the ring. The armor on, so I'm not really sure if it matters. Joker! Oh, I can see the Joker, yeah. Anyway. Owing to the efforts of you all,
We have accomplished a great deal in a short time. Resistance thanks you for your efforts, Kyle. The operations here have been proceeding apace in my absence. Welcome back, brother dearest. I take it your efforts to gather new recruits were successful. Indeed. There were several amongst the Scion's ranks who were quite eager to take part in our joint endeavor with the Resistance, whom I am come to present. Commander Kemp, if I may. My name is Arenvald Lentinus. A half-breed, as you can tell. I'm here to fight for a free Alamigo. For an Alamigo where women like my mother are never made to suffer. Pray you grant me this honor. You are a true-born son of Girobanya, same as me. This is not my honor to grant, but yours to freely take. Welcome, brother. With our swelling ranks and the aid of the Eorzean Alliance and the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, I believe we will soon be in a position to seize the initiative. Once our new recruits have received sufficient training, I will propose to General Alden that we draw up plans for an assault on Castellum Veladina. And in the meantime, we'll make what preparations we can. Oh, forgot I was still in my Dark Knight outfit. Interesting then that that's the theme that they play in the beginning quest, is the Garlean thing when we're supposed to be rallying for Alamigo. Thank God you're not actually that ugly.
Alliance forces have occupied Castrum Oriens and taken up positions along the length of the wall. Our patrols have engaged their reconnaissance parties on site, but there have been no significant exchanges, save one. A unit tasked with field testing prototype Magitech weapons was attacked. The weapons were destroyed, with the unit sustaining near-total casualties.
At that point, it's not really sustaining.
Near-total. Go on.
My lord, there was but a single survivor from the unit in question, which falls under my command. According to his report, they were ambushed by a contingent of Eorzean Alliance regulars, abetted by resistance insurgents.
A simple ambush and only one survivor. A fine day's work.
Yeah, it felt like it took a day.
The stubbornness to survive is not without worth. He may live. However, the 12th is no place for the weak.
Put him in the 14th?
He shall be relegated at once, my lord. As you say, the 12th is no place for cowards who count their lives more precious than the cause.
Indeed, indeed. We have no need of cowards.
What are you gonna do?
My lord,
Cowards who defer critical missions to their subordinates, who hide within their castra, never meeting their prey in battle, never staring into the whites of their eyes. Why, when confronted with a heretofore unknown icon, did we surrender the wall to the Alliance? Because my honored father, in his infinite wisdom, has not seen fit to grant us leave to march on their lands. Accordingly, we have extended an invitation to our neighbors. Gir Abania is where we shall host them. The field upon which we shall enjoy the sport of kings. Patience is paramount. Cornered animals may have spirit, but they are ultimately predictable and very poor sport. But if one dangles the promise of freedom before them while nipping at their heels to stoke their passion, then things become interesting.
Your hair is greasy as fuck.
It is a delicate dance, one which asks much of my hounds. And so I put the question to you, my fellow huntsman. How shall we deal with these savages?
Lure them into an assault. That didn't sound rhetorical. Oh, or Dole. Yeah, you're out of place.
My lord, I have a proposal.
Silence, Alamegan! You do forget yourself! Only by the grace of Lord Van Baelsar were you afforded a place here, and that in name alone. We have no need of your proposals, savage.
Redola girl, you are not protecting any of your critical bits.
This savage yearns to hunt her own. The floor is yours, Commander.
Thank you, my lord.
Oh, okay, so we don't get to hear the details of the plan. I see how it is. Right then, I've got duties to attend to. Mayhap we could assist you with something. We are here to help, after all. The three of you have been busy, so I will understand if you require time to rest. If not, however, it would seem sensible to assist our allies with that preparation. We'd be grateful for any and all help you can offer. If you ask around, I guarantee you won't want to work. Yeah, we upgraded all the one stuff. Okay. Oh boy. Alright, let's pick up all these quests and see what they're about. I beg your pardon. The man who best advised Van Baelsar wishes to offer me his assistance. I think this is highly irregular. Though I have heard it said you had a penchant for aiding the common man. In which case, before the occupation, I was a humble historian. While my duties leave me scarce time for aught else, I thought it important these momentous events be recorded for the benefit of future generations. Primary sources are indispensable, and I had a mind to question a number of my fellow freedom fighters. Ask them their motivations for taking up this cause and so forth. You may take down their statements in this log. And, Aden, thank you for your service. Now and ever after. How do I get up there? What? There has to be some kind of lift, right? It's just a staircase back here. Oh, it's a tunnel. I see. I see, I see. The destroyer, wait. Arm of the Destroyer? No. Do I not have that ability anymore? Lockbreaker, Arm of the Destroyer. Yeah, there we go. Aha, lore meeting abilities, finally. Oh, this is pretty. Rotmar. Why'd I join the Resistance? Well, if you must know, it was to avenge a friend the Imperials butchered before my very eyes. Back in Alamigo. We owned a stall in the markets, and the passing soldier snatched up a piece of fruit. He spoke out before I could stop him, only to get a foam of steel in the gut for his troubles. On my way here, and that was that. Okay. I'm trying to see how many quests it is before the dungeon. Alright. Faster, faster! Be quick or be dead. The Imperials will show you no mercy. Okay, collecting first-hand accounts is a noble enough effort, I suppose. Definitely good to leave this for the last part of stream. I do want to head out. I'm so hungry. I was just a cook before all this. Simple fare, really. Had a chance to lend a hand and help feed some refugees one day. Took a liking to the fighters. They believed, you know? And there's always a need for cooks. Or at least people who can work with whatever the foraging parties turn up. Oh, you want to help, do you? Seeing as how I'm in no position to leave the stew pot unattended, could you go and ask Tebe for a variety of herbs? 6 sprigs or so of whatever he's got on hand should suffice. It's not as haphazard as it may seem. Depending on the recipe, it doesn't really matter what sort you add, as long as you add something. I'll be here when you get back. You look like a strider in search of comrades in need. If so, I have a task for you. I am a trainer, and I was told to expect new recruits this day. Itineria 1 has come. Perhaps they were given the wrong time or location. I do not know. A number 5 in all, these would-be warriors. Send them unto me should you chance to find them. Oh, I gotta go, like, looking. Why? Oh, why indeed? To save lives, perhaps, or make amends for the ones I couldn't. My father and my brothers were worked to death while building a castrum. What did it matter to the Garleans, eh? Or where that lot came from? After that, I couldn't keep on doing nothing. Oh. I know, I'm late, but I had to say a prayer for my sister first. For what the Imperials did to her, death was a mercy. Oh, dude, I'm sorry, dude. It sucks. Future rust, future dust. Fuck off. You the Icon Slayer? Well, damned if I know why you'd bother asking someone like me why I joined the Resistance, but it's simple. If I wasn't fighting for Ala Mhigo, I'd be fighting for the Empire. You're either with them or not, and if you're with them, you may as well make the most of it. Food, training, citizenship if you live long enough. You'll die stealing someone else's land like as not, but that's the choice. With me, I'd rather die here. Good and honest, I like it. I want to get up on that bridge. We got a camp flying here. Where are you? There's a recruit here somewhere. Not you. Welcome to Raga's Reach. I shall answer any questions of the best of my ability. Nah. I'm good, I'm just looking for someone. Are they shopping? I didn't think they would be shopping, but it's possible, I guess. Ogre Ironheart. Weird that it's telling me down when I don't see anything down there. Oh, there you are. I walked right past you multiple times. Huh? Training? Ah, I was so busy in practicing to impress the others that I completely forgot. Oh, thank you. Happy to be of service. Oh, it has water flowing down it too. Kinda nice. Brooding recruit. Can do that too. Ah, 1,000 pardons. So preoccupied was I by the question of whether Ala Mhigos should be a monarchy or republic, I neglected to attend my training. How silly, I know. Until we drive the Imperials from our lands, the question is moot. Well, a republic, I should think. Monarchies tend to... I mean, republics... It's not that republics don't concentrate power. Like, we've seen multiple republics throughout history at this point slide into authoritarianism, but, like... monarchies philosophically are authoritarian, just, like... by their nature, so... Oh, the teacher calls for me? I see. We're discussing strategies for disabling Magitech armor you see in the... Yes, of course, there is no time. If you would excuse me. Back we go to wrap this up. Well, that's Auden. Have you spoken with the freedom fighters, I asked? Sorry, just that name distracted me. Break your face. Fascinating as they are varied. You have a knack for convincing others to bare their hearts to you. I could not have done it better myself. Many years from now, when these tempestuous times pass into memory, their accounts will serve as a window into the struggle. You must never forget, my friend. Never. Herbs, is it? 6 sprigs of whatever's on hand. Afraid I can't spare that much. I'll take 2 and be glad of it. Remainder you'll have to gather yourself. Shouldn't be too much of a bother, though. You'd be surprised what you can find growing underfoot, even in the Reach. And there's a recruit here I still need to find as well. What the hell is this tent? You're in the tunnel? Yes, you are. Faint-hearted recruit. Oh boy. Oh bugger, you were sent here by the snake, weren't you? Oh, I heard 1 in 4 recruits doesn't live through their training. That can't be true, right? Bugger, oh bugger. Not my problem, dude. Fragrant herbs. Alright, let's see if we can find... Yes, it is back here. Okay. And I can jump out of water somehow. No question it.
This might be my new favorite thing to do. Alright. All recruits are present and accounted for. My thanks to you, Strider. Not all appreciate the rigor in which I train my recruits. Some favor a gentler approach, as if the Imperials would be so kind. It is a thankless job, each some say. I say their survival is thanks enough. Fare you well. Yeah, it's a good philosophy to have, actually. Herbs. Aren't a lot of herbs like actually just weeds? Like, mint is a weed. Like, it's invasive in a lot of spaces, and it actually just grows literally anywhere. I need to set up some pots with herbs in them. Because I have a few, like, flower pots. They're just kind of sitting around, not doing much. Ooh, thunder. Figured it doesn't really rain much out here. Ah, there you are. Got those herbs I asked for. Thanks, that'll do nicely. And, sorry to impose upon you, sir. Thought you were another new recruit. Didn't realize until that you were after that. But to answer the question that's probably on your mind, yes. It's always like this. Never enough food or supplies to go around. All the more reason to be grateful when our countrymen can spare some for the cause. Though that comes at a cost too. Too many villages, too many children more deserving than us. A man can't fight on an empty stomach, can he? We partake as we must, and we never lose sight of the dream. Oh, damn it all, where could it have got to? Oh, pardon me, fellow lover of freedom and justice. You haven't seen a ward of the Destroyer anywhere, have you? Maybe on the ground, as if a certain bloody fool had dropped it? I'd been him. I had it this morning, that much I know for certain. And I've not left the Reach since, so it's got to be around here somewhere. I've got a moment to spare. Would you be willing to help me search? I've spent some time near the Temple of the Fist earlier, so it might be there. As for me, I'll look around near the officer's pavilion. They're hardly rare, I know, and I could just easily buy another, but even so, please help me find it. Yeah, easy enough to do. Oh, here we are. accosting one of your fellow freedom fighters. I will leave you to it then. I swear, I've searched high and low, but it just won't turn up. Oh, 7 hells, that's the one! That's my lucky ward! Oh, you're a godsend, brother. Before I was born, my mother made a pilgrimage to the Temple of Abyss, where she, like many others, received the blessings of the monks. And then Theodoric came and burned it all to the ground. That bastard. Hey, I fought that guy. After him came the Garleans, who cared even less for our beliefs. But I still keep to the old ways, as do many others. When my son is born, I'll teach him the stories and the scripture. My mother taught me. Yeah, fuck you, Theodoric. Glad I finally got to put you down. At least I think I did, I can't remember, in all honesty. And with that, another task is complete. Ah, Alden. I hear you've been keeping busy. Aye, that he has, and we thank him for it. It pleases me to inform you that our new recruits have completed their initial training and stand ready to contribute. As discussed, Monago, I would have you present my proposal for an assault on Castellum Veladina and to General Alden personally. Of course, sir. Are you and yours planning to return to Castromorians before the operation? Oh, sorry, Monago. Are you and yours planning to return to Castromorians before the operation? If so, why don't we travel together? That seems a fine suggestion, but I must consult my comrades ere we depart. Very well. I will await you at the pass, but not too long. I expect Kryl and Ishtola will wish to remain here to support the Chirurgeons, but nevertheless we should go and ask them. Barber. Weird name for an infirmary. Here's all to miss. I see. That would explain the sudden flurry of activity outside. This joint operation marks a turning point in our conflict with the Garleans. For the first time, the Resistance and the Alliance shall go on the offensive, an attempt to capture an Imperial outpost in occupied territory. Personally, I believe it is imperative that we offer them our full support. As was the case with Ishgard, however, this is not a choice to be made lightly, nor less on others' behalves. This is war, and every scion must decide what part he or she would play. I'll fight. For Alamigo, for my father, for Ida. I'm in it to the end. Choice was made for us ere we were born, brother, when the Empire marched on Eorzea. They'll stop at nothing to subjugate or slaughter us all. Van Baelsar and Van Darnus were but the first to try. Though your fervor is surprising, I cannot dispute your logic. At the risk of repeating myself, I am of course of the same mind. The present situation is untenable, further complicated by the existence of Ilburd's Primal. I believe we have no recourse but to directly and openly intervene. I thought this was a foregone conclusion given our actions thus far, but if you require renewed affirmation, then yes, I am still wholly committed to this cause. For it is ultimately the self-same cause I have served since first I pledged to serve Master Louisoix in the Circle of Knowing, the salvation of Eorzea, by any means necessary. That said, I shall refrain from taking the field on this occasion. There are many here who require further treatment, doubtless more to come after. I came here from Infilia, and that hasn't changed. However, I'd like to stay with Y'shtola for now and tend to the wounded.
As for you, Arden, you are, quote our dear friend Lord Edmont, the man who slew Gaius von Balsar and some half-dozen primals besides. Your presence may well prove the difference between victory and defeat. Many look to you as a hero and heap great expectations upon your shoulders. But you, like every scion, must decide for yourself. I'll fight. The Empire poses too great a threat. They're assholes, and they need to be stopped. Indeed. As you've doubtless seen during your time in the outlying villages, their so-called meritocracy is but a pretext to torture and enslave their lesser subjects. Such is the fate that awaits us all should their expansion continue unchecked. Take care, Ishtola, Krile. Do not hesitate to contact us should you require assistance. Lys, I would ask that you remain here by Conrad's side. We should go, or Mhigos will leave without us. Might I persuade you to join us, Arden? Should you wish to give your decision further consideration, Castromorians would seem an apt place to do it. You need not answer right away. I am sure I can convince Mhigos to wait a little longer. Is it closer? Not really closer to the Aetheryte Plaza, at least not by any significant amount. Okay, I'm gonna wrap this quest up, go back to Castromorians, and probably call it for the day. I really need to get food and some caffeine in my body. I am working late tonight. So, yeah, that's gonna be a thing. So you will be accompanying us? Oh, glad am I to hear it. All set then? Excellent. Then let us be off. Castromorians. Alright, I can turn in this quest. Welcome back. I take it the drones have been disposed of then? Excellent. You're quite fortunate for your presence. Save for Lieutenant Grinibenfa, none of my men can even activate a full suit of Magitech armor, or pilot one in combat. I'll only pray that isn't to our detriment in the future. There's still plenty more of those drones out there along Balsar's wall. Any of them should suddenly stir. Well, at any rate, we'll continue working with Garland Ironworks, so that should such a day come, we will be ready. Ooh, like crossing the Rubicon. Okay. Welcome back, comrades. What news? Greetings, General. I am Commander Kemp's behest to brief you on the latest developments at the Reach. Our recruitment efforts have exceeded expectations. In addition to welcoming many motivated young Alamegans, our ranks have been bolstered by the arrival of a number of experienced veterans, thanks in large part to the efforts of the Scions. As a consequence, we are now able to field half a dozen new units, with more being trained as we speak. Good. I gather Conrad is eager to strike while the iron's hot. Just so, General. He proposes that we begin preparations for a joint operation to capture Castellum Veladina. Capture Veladina? That will not be easy. It will, however, be necessary if we are ever to push east towards the capital. There is no profit in delay. It is only a matter of time before the Garleans learn of our plans and summon reinforcements. The Alliance hereby accepts Commander Kemp's proposal. Tell him to take no chances. Bring every able-bodied Ala Mhigan who can wield a weapon. Pippin, I want Velodyne watch. Assess its defense. Every fortress has a weakness, and I would know this one. If there is no objection, General, might the Scions join Marshal Taurepan? By all means. If that is all, let us be about it. Conrad and the General are of one mind, it seems. Only wish I could say the same. This aggressive strategy may well profit us in the end. What losses will we suffer in the meantime? Anyway, we should speak with the Vice Marshal about this reconnaissance mission and see how well he would like to proceed. Okay. Alright. This is where I'm gonna call it for today. Had to go through some errands. Wasn't a super, riveting thing. I got died to a bee sting. But that was fun. Anyway. See y'all in the next one. Have a good rest of your day. Whatever you're doing, take care of yourself, stretch, drink water. I'm going to do that. I'm going to get some food because, dear Lord. And yeah, have a good one.